Kentucky's offensive basket is to our right, the Gators to our left. Dave Scobie out for the toss. Luke in against Nash. The tap, the ball game underway. Florida's got it. Down deep in backcourt to Buddy Bales. Bales over the dividing line, hits Luke on the pivot. He's open from 15 feet, and he missed it. Tapped up and in. A beauty by Florida. Knocked in by Carlos Morrison. And Florida breaks ahead 2-0. Up in the front court, Percival gives over to Basler. Down the left to Roberts. Outside, hit Percival in the face, but he dug it out of the floor. Over to Nash, back to Percival. On the left to Roberts. To Percival. Moving to the right, Florida is in a zone, a 2-3 zone. Nash to Percival, 20 feet straight away, got it. Larry Percival sets him down with an outside shot that ties the game at 2-2. For Florida, here's Buddy Bales up in the front court, fakes to the right, cuts to the left, hands off. And here's the jump shot by Stokes, in and out. On the rebound, Florida, picked up to the left side by Barbee. Outside, jump shot good by Florida guard Buddy Bales. And the Gators, 2 trips, 2 field goals, and they lead the Wildcats 4-2. 1 minute gone here at Gainesville as Percival in front court feeds left side to Roberts. Over to Basler to Nash in the right corner. Percival, another one-hander. No good. Larry Percival rebounds and lays it up. No good, but a foul against Florida. It goes against Cliff Luke, we believe. Now it's Morrison. Morrison's first foul of the game. 2 shots have been awarded Kentucky guard Scotty Basler. A chance to tie the game. First shot is good. Basler enters the ball game hitting 83.7% of his free throws. The second shot is good, and Kentucky for the second time in the game has tied it up. It's 4-4. Bales in front court against Percival. Hands off to Morrison against Basler. Trying to work a screen, can't get through there. Gives outside to Bales to Luke in the pivot against Burchett. A hook is no good, short. On the rebound, it's picked up by Luke in the right corner for Florida. Breaks back in on the baseline for Burchett, lays it up, no good. Burchett rebounds for Kentucky. Whips it up to Scotty Basler at midcourt, and for the first time, Kentucky has the ball tied. Percival, 20-footer, got it. Larry Percival has 2 field goals, and Kentucky comes on top for the first time. 6-4 with 18:15 in the first half. Up in the front court, Bales of Florida, moving to the right side, cuts inside, Morrison going to the right. Gives off, weaving, Barbee pumps to Luke in the pivot on the baseline to the right side. He loses it out of bounds as Burchett puts the heat on defensively. Kentucky gets possession with a 2-point lead. Larry Percival nodding that he understands the instructions that came from him as he passed the bench. Here's Percival in the right corner, faking. Luke covers up. He gives outside to Nash. Moves to the right, gives to Percival, breaks out, kicks it to Basler, 20-footer, straight away up the middle, no good. On the rebound, Luke of Florida. Up the way to Buddy Bales. In front court for the Gators, down by 2. They try to tie up now. Bales faking, driving to the free throw line on Percival, who does not give up. Bales a bounce pass to Luke on the free throw line. Burchett backs away as Luke faces him, breaks to the right side and gives. Jump shot by Barbee is short. On the rebound, Luke goes to the baseline right and hooks good. Cliff Luke gets his 3rd field goal. It counts, and a foul has been called. A foul has been called against Florida, we believe. The officials are not so sure what they've called. Now they move back down to the other side of the court, and Basler holds up his hand. They were going to give Kentucky a free throw. Suddenly they reversed themselves, and the foul has been called against Basler of Kentucky with a score 6-6 at 17:20, and the shooter will be Carlos Morrison. 1 shot. Morrison looks in, and he got it. So a 3-point trip by Florida has brought them on top at 7-6. Percival in front court moves to the right, double team by the zone. Bounces out to Basler, moves to the left, stays deep, and hits Roberts. Outside to Percival. Percival looking to the corner, gives to Nash. Jump shot from 20 feet off the rim, no good. Outside, Percival gets the rebound. In on the free throw line, Nash breaks down the middle, can't get in, gives to Burchett. He breaks at the free throw line. They take it away from him. Morrison comes up, 3-on-1 against Percival, and Morrison to the right, lays it in. So Morrison, with 2 field goals and a free throw, has brought Florida ahead 9-6. Kentucky has watched Florida pour in 5 straight points. Roberts on the left side gives out to Basler, to Nash. Percival, right corner, got it with a jump shot. Larry Percival hitting from the right corner to cut the Florida lead back to 1. 16.5 minutes to go here at Gainesville. The Gators leading 9-8. On the pivot to Luke at the free throw line. He faces Burchett. Breaks to the right, pulls up, and a jump shot. Good. The ball had bounced on the rim, up against the backboard. And the fans yell, Luke, 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 Luke. As the Gators go ahead for the second time by 3, it's 11-8. Percival in front court, 20-foot jump shot, no good. Off the rim to Roy Roberts at the baseline left. Gives outside to Percival to Basler from 20 feet. He missed it. On the rebound, Burchett, no good. And a foul on Burchett as he tried to rebound again. That's the first foul on Burchett. Florida will be taking the free throw now at the opposite end of the court. Percival moves to the Kentucky bench and is hearing some instructions very heatedly pointed out by Adolph Rupp. The Wildcats have been unable to get up on the boards with the Gators here in the early going. And Luke is on the Florida free throw line after the second foul against the Wildcats to shoot one. Luke has 2 field goals. Can tie Morrison with 5 points if he gets his free throw. 16 minutes remain. Florida Gators on top of the score by 11-8. George Conley almost slips and falls as he goes to the sidelines to get a towel, mop up a wet spot on the floor. And now Luke of Florida, the 6'8 center, has it. Stands in, both feet up on the line. The one-hand shooter lobs it up. No good. Comes back to Roberts of Kentucky, flips it to Basler, and Florida's lead is still at 3 points. In front court to Percival, down the left side to Burchett, from 20 feet to the left, no good. On the rebound, Luke takes it for Florida. Up in the front court, here's Morrison, had it batted down by Percival out of bounds to Florida. Percival did a nice job in batting it away from Morrison, who is going in on a lead pass from Luke. Over to the right side, out of bounds, the man to put it in play. It comes to Luke from Barbie. Outside to Bales, jump shot, good. Buddy Bales hits his second field goal, and Florida leads 13-8. The Wildcats have scored only 2 points, while the Florida Gators have made a run on them now of 9 straight. Burchett on the right, holds it out of play. Gives to Percival, takes it back, and Burchett shoots, no good. All out bounds on the rebound, goes to Kentucky. Florida very effectively blocking the Wildcats out under that board, and Kentucky's been unable to get anything but the one shot. Scotty Basler to the left side over the baseline to put it in play. Passes in the left corner to Cotton Nash. Nash is playing up the side, giving to Percival, to Basler, to Percival. Back to Basler from 20 feet. Basler got it. Scotty Basler gets his first field goal of the game. Only the Kentucky guards have been scoring from the outside. Florida leading 13-10 with 14 minutes and 50 seconds in the first half here at Gainesville. Down the middle to Luke. He turns to face Burchett and from 17 feet shoots, no good. On the rebound, Burchett tries to block him out. Luke comes around him and bats it out of bounds to Kentucky. Luke, protesting the call, moves away now as Larry Percival gets it and gives to Basler. Basler, waiting to get the instructions from the bench, gives to Percival just at the dividing line. Larry Percival sets it up with a pass to Roberts. Out to Basler, down the right to Nash, into the corner to Percival moving outside. He takes a 20-footer and missed it. Rims around and out of there to Florida. The rebound to Taylor Stokes. Over to Buddy Bales in front court. He throws it into the right corner to Morrison. To Bales, who drops it, picks it up against Roberts, can't get a shot away. Breaks into the 3-second zone, and Roberts takes it away from him. Stabbed it right away and sets up a 3-2 fast break. Percival to Roberts, down the middle, he's fouled. As Florida's Buddy Bales hit him across the shoulders. Each team has committed 2 personal fouls here in the first 6 minutes of play. And Roberts goes to the Kentucky free throw line. Only the Kentucky guards have scored. Wildcats have so far been unable to get anything from the center and the 2 forwards. So now Roy Roberts, 1 shot coming, trailing by 3, is on the Kentucky line. He got it, and the score is 13-11. So we played 6 minutes now. Up in the front court, Bales moving to the left side for Florida. Gives it off to Taylor. Stokes, jump shot down the middle, goes to Luke, who lays it up, no good. Bounces in, and it counts, a foul on Kentucky. It is against Roy Roberts. Roberts' first foul of the game. That's the 3rd against the Wildcats, and Luke's field goal awarded is his 3rd of the game. He'll get 1 free throw at 13:50 of this first half. Florida has just gone ahead by 4 points. Luke's free throw, good. A 3-point trip, the 2nd of the game for Florida, and the Gators lead 16-11. In front court, Percival on the left side to Nash. Hooks to Basler from 20 feet, good. As Scotty Basler cuts the ropes with his 6th point, it is 16-13 Florida, the Gators on the attack. Up in the front court, Buddy Bales against Percival, moves to the right side, takes the 20-foot jump shot, good, no good, missed everything with it. Out of bounds, Kentucky. Larry Percival will put it in play. Florida has pulled the defense, a 2-3 zone all the way into backcourt, their backcourt. Here's Larry Percival over the line. Feeds left side to Roy Roberts. Out front to Basler. Down the right to Cotton Nash. Gives it in there to Burchett on the baseline. He hooks and misses. Gets it batted back and lays it in. As Carroll Burchett becomes the first baseline Kentucky player to get a field goal, Florida's lead has been chopped to 1 point at 16-15. Buddy Bales standing in midcourt directing traffic for Florida. Moving in against Percival. Feeds one down the right side to Luke, who breaks to the baseline on Burchett. A jump shot's no good. Over the rim and outside, it's taken by Morrison. A jump shot good. Carlos Morrison, 7th point for Florida, and the Gators lead 18-15. 12 minutes and 42 seconds in the first half. Basler of Kentucky down the left side to Roberts, who holds it out of play now. Gives it outside deep to Percival now. Florida still in the zone. Nash from 20 feet takes it good. Cotton Nash gets his first point of the game, and Kentucky's back within 1 point again. 18-17. Kentucky had only one lead, and that turned up at 8-6. In front court now, or rather, check a 6-4. Here's a hook shot by Bales. It's good. Bales driving down to the right at the baseline, hooks it in. And 3 Gators, Morrison, Bales, and Luke, have each scored 3 field goals to give Florida a 20-17 lead. Percival to the left corner. Roberts shoots. No good. On the rebound, it's knocked down and taken by Florida's Buddy Bales. Moving up with a high pass in front court. Stokes wide open, lays it in. So Florida quickly has moved ahead again. And timeout Kentucky. 11:57 in the first half here at Gainesville. And a very wildly happy throng on their feet. 6,000 strong. Cheering the exploits of the Gators so far. Carroll Burchett goes to the pivot now for Kentucky as Nash picks up something, apparently sticking to the floor as he moves into the forward. Kentucky has now cleared the middle, and it's back to play. In front court, Larry Percival down the left side with a pass to Roberts, who brings it out front and gives to Percival, takes it back. Over to Basler, moves to the left and gives to Percival. The jump shot from 20 feet is in and out. On the rebound, Nash lays it in beautifully. Cotton Nash with a beautiful second field goal reduces the Gator lead to 3, 22-19, as Kentucky scores quickly after the timeout. In front court, Bales driving to the left side on Percival gives. And moving in, Stokes collides with Percival. The foul. Charging by Taylor Stokes of Florida. His first foul, no free throws since he had the ball. Each team has committed 3 personal fouls here at 11:23 of the first half. Kentucky takes possession down in backcourt, where Scotty Basler takes it on the bounce from Larry Percival and moves over the dividing line. Moving to the left side, Basler fakes and gives to Roberts. A one-hander by Roberts, way short, missed everything as Roberts came up about 2 feet short with a shot. Rebounded by Florida's Taylor Stokes to Bales in the left corner. It goes offensive court to Morrison, hooked outside. Barbee down to Luke in the pivot. A hook shot on Burchett's no good. On the rebound, Florida fights for it, and coming up with it, Burchett of Kentucky gets it in the right corner. Whips it to midcourt to Larry Percival. To Cotton Nash in front court on the right side. Given the shot, he takes it, it's good. Cotton Nash comes up with his 3rd field goal, and Kentucky is back within 1 point. 22-21. Florida had just romped ahead by 5 when Kentucky took the timeout at 22-17, and since the timeout is 22-21. Jump shot good as Morrison finds the range for Florida, his 9th point. He's the top scorer in the ball game. He's got 9 points and came into the game with an average of 9.2. 24-21 Florida. Basler from 25 feet with a set that's no good. On the rebound, Roy Roberts, a beauty for Kentucky. Turns and passes. Basler left corner, shot no good. Rebounding Roberts, taps to Nash, wide open, he blew it. Tapped it up, no good. Tapped it again, Roberts taps, no good. Roberts with a rebound, lays it up, no good. And Florida has got it. Taken off by Bales. Up in the front court for the Gators to the right side. In it goes to Morrison, wide open from 20 feet, he got it. The Wildcats fall behind again by 5 points. 26-21. Larry Percival in front court. Moving to the left, fades Roberts. Down to the left corner, Percival. The shot, no good, and on the rebound, a foul by Taylor Stokes of Florida. 2nd foul on Stokes and number 4 on Florida. And while we wait for the free throw, let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Standard Oil Sports Network. This is Claude Sullivan from Gainesville, Florida, where Carroll Burchett drops in the free throw, cuts the Florida lead to 4 points. At 26-22, and the Gators go to the attack. Buddy Bales in front court. Holds up on the top of the slot. Gives to Morrison. Slapped down by Basler. Picked up by Nash. 2-1 with Percival. Nash has it taken away from him. Picked up by Stokes in front court. A high pass to Luke. At the free throw line, the shot's no good, but a foul against Kentucky. Larry Percival. And Alan Feldhaus reports in for the Wildcats, the first substitute in the game. 21-year-old senior from Boone County High School, replacing Roberts. Feldhaus is 6'5", 223, has scored 105 points, averaging 6 1/2 a game. He's Kentucky's sixth man. And he's top night Wednesday when he got 14 against Georgia. 9 minutes and 22 seconds remain. We're in the first half here at Gainesville, and the Gators are ahead of Kentucky by a score of 26-22. 2 shots have been awarded to Cliff Luke. Florida center misses the first one. Luke, 1 for 3 as he stands in for the second shot. Got it. And the score now stands 27-22 as Kentucky again is down by 5 points. In front court, Larry Percival outside to Burchett, over to Basler from 20 feet, no good. Tap by Nash, no good, out of bounds, Florida. So the Gators take over with a 5-point lead. And in front court, Buddy Bales against Percival, gives in to Luke. Faces Burchett, under the basket, wide open. To lay it in is Tom Barbee. His first point of the ball game as Barbee got away from Cotton Nash and lays it in to put the Gators ahead 29-22. Larry Percival in front court hits Nash to the right. 2-3 zone, still the Florida defense to Burchett, to Percival. Outside to Basler, over to Feldhaus. Nash, left corner, jump shot, no good. Feldhaus, a beautiful rebound, he blew the shot. Burchett taps and misses. And Kentucky now is missing wide open shots. Up in the front court, Luke misses a shot. On the rebound, it's knocked out of bounds to Kentucky. Wildcats have blown 3 dead crip shots. Larry Percival over to Scotty Basler. The Cats in trouble as they trail 29-22. Left side to Feldhaus and out to Percival. Percival moving to the right, gives to Nash. Kicks to Basler in the right corner. The shot's no good. Another fight for the ball under the basket. Burchett's got it for the Cats and gets to Nash. A fall-away shot is high and no good. On the rebound, Florida. Cliff Luke throws it to Burchett of Kentucky. Burchett gives to Percival. The Cats move back to try again. From the right, Percival got it. And so Larry Percival breaks the string of no points for the Wildcats with his 4th field goal. It's Florida 29, Kentucky 24. 7:48 in the first half at Gainesville. Buddy side gives. Stokes moves out. A bounce pass to Luke in the 3-second zone, and a hook is short. Luke with his own rebound lays it up, no good. Feldhaus with the rebound is fouled by Luke, who hit him from behind. Luke draws his first foul of the game. That's number 6 against the Florida Gators. Correct us on that, number 5. Morrison, Bales, and Luke with 1 each, and Stokes with 2. Timeout, Florida. The first timeout in the game by the Gators. On the free throw line, Feldhaus as we return to action. Feldhaus with outstanding games on this road trip, particularly the 14-point performance against Georgia when he ignited the Cats, has moved into the lineup now very quickly tonight. Feldhaus shoots. The free throw's no good. The first one missed by Kentucky, and Florida's got the rebound. The Wildcats on a cold shooting streak here at the moment. Up in the front court, Bales of Florida moves down to the right side with a lead of 29-24. Hooks one that Basler steals under the Florida basket for Kentucky. Up in the front court for the Wildcats. Basler setting it up with a pass to Burchett. Down the middle to Cotton Nash. The zone hits him with 3 men, and he falls away with a shot that's good. As Cotton Nash gets his 4th field goal of the night to catch Percival in scoring, it's 29-26 Florida. Buddy Bales in front court for the Gators, picked up by Larry Percival as he moves to the right side. Looks to Luke in the pivot and hooks it off to Barbee on the right against Nash. Barbee breaks out for the basket and lays it up, no good. Rebounding Burchett of Kentucky. Fights to hold on and get it up to Nash. In front court to Basler. Basler moves in on this zone. Gives down to Percival. Left side one-hander, good. As Larry Percival finds the range with his 10th point, Kentucky's back within 1 at 29-28. 6:45 in the first half. Bales in front court for Florida. Fakes to the left, comes to the top of the slot and hands off. Morrison weaves against Basler, moves to the right. He's the top scorer in the game. Gives off to Barbee. Into the pivot to Luke. A one-bounce dribble. He turns and a jump shot over Burchett's good. That's the 4th field goal by Cliff Luke. And Florida's ahead 31-28 at 6:25. Scotty Basler of Kentucky up over the dividing line. Gives to Percival. Down the right side to Nash, to Burchett in the corner. Nash breaks, got the ball. Luke falls down. And a foul is called. He acted it out well enough to get the foul called against Nash. The first foul against Cotton Nash, and each team has committed 5. As into the ball game for Florida is Lou Merchant. And coming out of the action is Taylor Stokes. Merchant is their second scorer with 151 points, averaging 12.5 a game. Each team has committed 5. There will be no Florida free throws here since Nash had possession of the ball. Each Kentucky starter has committed 1 personal foul. For Florida, Merchant operating, he wears glasses and operates at that guard. Florida setting up its offense out deep now. Bales feeds to Morrison down the left to Merchant. 1-1 on Basler. He gives off to Bales, breaking through. A fall-away shot's no good. Percival gets the rebound away from Luke. They take it away from him. As moving in, Barbie gets it away. Hooks on Burchett. Good. And a foul is called on Burchett, and the goal will count. That's the second foul on Burchett. The sixth foul against Kentucky. And the field goal by Buddy Bales, his fourth of the game, as he goes to the line for the first time tonight. Florida has moved ahead 33-28. So each time the Wildcats have been able to get within 1 point of the Gators, Florida meets the challenge. We stand 5:55 from halftime. As on the line, Bales of Florida, or Checkers. Barbie of Florida shoots and hits. Wildcats attacking now. Nash breaks out to the free throw line. Jump shot, no good. On the rebound, Florida taken off by Barbie. Up to Bales in front court for the Gators. To the right corner, Merchant. Jump shot, good. Merchant hits his first shot of the game. And Florida goes on top for the first time by 36-28. Kentucky in its most serious trouble now, as Percival has the ball batted away by Bales. He goes outside to get it, comes back in for a jump shot that's good. Larry Percival gets his sixth field goal. Kentucky hanging in this ball game down by 6 points, thanks to the outside shooting. Up in the front court now, Bales hangs on to Merchant. Jump shot by Merchant, it's good. Florida, red hot from the outside also, has moved back on top by 8 points. It's 38-30. Basler to Percival in front court. To Nash on the right. To Basler, left side Feldhaus. Outside Basler to Percival down the right, Burchett. Outside Percival. Back to Burchett on the right. To Percival to Basler. Back over to Percival from 20 feet. Missed it. Florida's got it as Luke takes it off. Up the way to Bales. In front court, Bales drives to the right side. Can't get in and kicks it outside to Barbie. Deep to Merchant, and Florida sets it up with an 8-point lead. 4 minutes, 33 seconds in the first half here at Gainesville. Here's Bales. Down the left side to Morrison. Into the pivot to Luke against Burchett. He comes out with a hook that's good. No good. Rolls out on the side, and Basler's got it for Kentucky. The ball actually inside the rim had just a hair too much English, and it spun out. Percival, left corner, jump shot. It's good. Larry Percival is now hit for 7 field goals, and Kentucky's back within 6 points. It's 38-32, 4:08 in the half. Bales of Florida up in the front court against Larry Percival at the top of the slot. Hands off to Merchant on the screen. He moves to the right. Jump shot, no good. Off to the left side, Morrison picks it up, lays it in. Morrison has scored 6 field goals, and Florida leads 40-32. The third time the Gators have been ahead by 8 points. For the Wildcats, Basler to Feldhaus. Back to Basler to Percival. Moving to the right, he gives to Burchett. Burchett looks for Nash in the pivot, can't find him. That zone is right around his neck. Feldhaus from the left corner misses. On the rebound, Merchant's got it for Florida. None of the Wildcats even able to jump for it as Merchant moves on into front court against Nash. Backs away now to set it up. Basler picks up Merchant. The pass is over to Buddy Bales. Bales up over his head with the ball. Straight away 35 feet, moving to the right on Percival. Breaks back to the free throw line. Kicks it off, and here's Barbie driving on Nash. Under, back, the shot, good. Barbie's second field goal. It's 42-32. Florida's longest lead of the game, and timeout Kentucky. Kentucky moving back out to take possession of the ball. Larry Percival just in front of Adolph Rupp on the Kentucky bench. Gives the bounce pass to Scotty Basler. Basler to Percival moving in front court. Percival moves in, gives to Feldhaus. Outside, Basler. From 25 feet, he takes it. Good. Basler coming from the outside to get his third field goal. And the Wildcats cut the Gator lead down to 42-34. Here's Bales back in front court for Florida. Feeds to Luke on the left corner. The shot, no good. On the rebound, Nash has got it for Kentucky. He moves out of there with it. Up into front court. To the left side. A foul. Nash colliding and going to the floor with Florida guard Buddy Bales. The call, we believe, is blocking on Bales. But let's see. The officials have not signaled a thing yet. Apparently, the ball is being awarded to Florida. They have called a foul on Cotton Nash. That's the second foul against Nash, as we have to guess it's what's been called. Florida is awarded the ball, so that apparently is the call by the officials. 2:37 in the first half. Florida with an 8-point lead. Lou Merchant in front court. gives it over to Barbee against Nash. He gets a screen and a jump shot. No good. Burchett takes the rebound, hooks it up to Larry Percival. Percival throws one on the right side to Feldhaus. Down the middle to Cotton Nash. He fakes, drives, a whistle from the baseline, and a foul on Barbee of Florida. That's his first. 6 against the Gators will give Nash 1 shot. Nash is on the free throw line with 8 points. 2 minutes, 19 seconds to play. We're in the first half at Gainesville. Florida leads by 8. They've been ahead by as much as 10. Nash ready to go. The shot, no good. Slapped out of bounds by Feldhaus, and Florida takes possession. But first, a substitution. Reporting back is Taylor Stokes. Coming out is Barbee. Florida now playing with a starter, Taylor Stokes back in. Lou Merchant, who did not start tonight, is in front court. Against Basler, he gives to the left side to Stokes. Down into the left corner to Bales. Wide open, Merchant. Falls away from Basler and misses. Nash with a rebound for Kentucky. Moves it up the backcourt. Feeds to Percival on the right side. Out to Basler. Back to Percival. From 20 feet, he's open and misses. Feldhaus slaps it outside to Florida. And Percival immediately fouls Bales. That's Percival's second foul of the game. And it'll be 1+ for Bales of Florida, who's on the free throw line for the first time. 1:49 in the first half. It is 42-34. So Bales, a 5'10 junior, on the line for the Gators. 1+, looks in. The shot, good. And here will be our first bonus free throw of the game. Kentucky down by 9 points. The bonus is no good, short. Feldhaus with a rebound over to Basler. Up in the front court for Kentucky, he pulls up outside deep and gives to Burchett. Over to Larry Percival. Percival back to the right. 1:40.5. Nash to Burchett on the baseline, and a hook, no good. Missed his everything. The pass is taken by Larry Percival as the rebound was off to Florida's Carlos Morrison. Nash from 25 feet is way short with a shot. Percival picks it up and has his arm hit as the shot falls short. A jump ball is called. 1:26 in the first half. The jump's on the Kentucky free throw line. Burchett moves out against Luke. Gives Florida 4 inches height advantage in their 6'8 center, Cliff Luke. 1:26 in the first half. Florida leads 43-34. The tap to Feldhaus. Outside to Basler. Percival from 15 feet with a jumper, no good. And now Kentucky is missing as Feldhaus lays it in. He's fouled, and the goal will count. The Gators' Taylor Stokes has drawn his 3rd foul. The field goal by Feldhaus is the first point. Barbee checks back in for the Gators. Coming out of the lineup is Stokes after committing that 3rd personal, the only one for either team with 3, although Kentucky has Percival, Nash, and Burchett playing with 2. Feldhaus on the line is 0 for 1 as the Wildcats have missed 2 free throws in the game. Feldhaus shoots and gets it, a 3-point trip to cut the Florida lead to 43-37. The pass is in to Carlos Morrison. Morrison and Luke with the big guns for Florida in the first 10 minutes, and now they seem to have tapered off. Up in the front court, Barbee has it. Down the right to Merchant. Basler tries to steal and misses, and Merchant misses the jump shot as the rebound is taken by Basler without jumping, just to the outside of the big uns. Up in the front court to Feldhaus on the right side. Outside Basler from 20 feet, missed it. Onto the right side, Luke rebounds for Florida. A baseball pass to Morrison at midcourt. He sets it up for the Gators, moving to the right side with a bounce pass to Buddy Bales. To Luke as Burchett fouls him. Burchett draws his 3rd foul of the game as he tries to outbreak Luke for the incoming pass. There are 46 seconds to play. Luke will go 1+ for Florida. Luke has hit 2 and missed 2 and owns 10 of the Gator points. He comes in with a 19.6 average to this ball game with Kentucky, an event that comes to Gainesville every 2 years. The shot by Luke is no good. Nash has the rebound for Kentucky. Moves out of there with it. Up over the 10-second line, the Cats trail by 6. On the baseline, Burchett lays it up, no good, but he's fouled by Luke. Luke of Florida has drawn his 2nd foul. And Burchett will go perhaps for 2. That's right, 2 shots to Carol Burchett, who got 3 points early in the game and has not been able to score since. 36 seconds remain in the half. Burchett can get Kentucky even closer now. They've been down by 10 points. Burchett's free throw, no good. Kentucky has now missed 3 of the last 4 free throws. Way off in their shooting at the moment. Burchett's 2nd shot, no good again. Taken off by Feldhaus, who misses it. Nash misses it on the rebound and knocks it out of bounds to Florida. Wildcats missing open shots tonight, right under the basket. The Gators want to freeze now for one shot with a 43-37 lead and the clock showing 20 seconds in the half. Barbie has it. Straight away on Nash. A one-bounce dribble. A bounce pass to Buddy Bales. Into the pivot to Luke. The hook shot on the baseline. No good. On the rebound, Feldhaus taps to Nash with 8 seconds to go. Nash in front court throws one to Percival, who lays it up and in. A beautiful shot by Larry Percival for his 8th field goal. 1 second to go as Merchant gets it away. No good. So Kentucky battles back within 4 points at halftime. Nash moves in against Luke. Florida has 4 inches advantage. The tap is down. Luke has it. Batted away by Burchett. Picked up by Basler. Moving in front court. Hits Percival. Driving. He got it. Larry Percival quickly hitting his 9th field goal as Florida got lost for a moment, not really being quite sure that they were at the wrong basket. Here's Burchett slapping one down that Luke recovers from 20 feet. Tries to shoot, and Burchett fouled him. That's the 4th personal foul on Burchett. Harold Burchett, the first player for either team with 4 fouls, commits it after just 18 seconds of the second half with Florida ahead 43-41. Luke is on the line where he has hit 2 and missed 3. The shot by Luke is no good. Tapped up, no good by Barbie, and taken off by Nash of Kentucky. The Wildcats have a chance to tie as Percival in front court to Nash. From the left side, the jumper is no good. Nash with a rebound lays it up, no good. And taken off by Florida's Cliff Luke. Out to Buddy Bales as the Gators break 3 against 3 at the free throw line. Bales takes it. It's no good. Short. Taps it up, no good. And Feldhaus rebounding for Kentucky, hooks to Basler. 2 men against him as Basler picks up at the free throw line and shoots anyway, no good. A beautiful rebound by Feldhaus, who tries to shoot and miss. Nash picks it up and misses. And Luke takes it for Florida as Kentucky tries desperately to tie but unable to find the margin. It's 43-41 Florida. Up in the front court, Bales of the Gators moves to the left side. Free throw line deep, he gives off, and Barbie, or rather moving out of there, Stokes breaks down the middle, gets wide open and blew the shot. Feldhaus is fouled on the rebound by Barbie, who fell into him, losing his balance. That's the first foul against each team this half as Barbie draws his second for the Gators. 18:55 remaining in this ball game here at Gainesville, and Alan Feldhaus, who has hit 1 out of 2, is on the Kentucky free throw line trying for his 4th point. A try to get the Wildcats once again back within 1 point. Kentucky has been that close, but they have been unable to catch up since they lost a 6-all deadlock. Feldhaus shoots. No good. Way to the right. Nash taps and misses. Luke rebounds for Florida. The Gators break. Basler stops the fast break as he attacks Buddy Bales at midcourt. Bales swings to the right, cuts to the left, deals it off, and Stokes breaks on Feldhaus down the middle and hooks it up short. Cotton Nash for the rebound for Kentucky. Has the Cats running. 4 against 3. Percival left side pulls up and shoots good. Larry Percival has hit 2 field goals this half, and Kentucky ties the game at 43-43. The Wildcats, down by 10 points, have outscored Florida 11-1. 18:24 to go, and a foul is called. It is against Florida. Bales, his second foul. The second against the Gators this half. 18:22 remaining. Scotty Basler will be on the Kentucky free throw line. Basler is 2 for 2. He owns 8 points. Larry Percival, the big man for Kentucky, with 20 points. Already above his scoring average for the season. Scotty Basler has the ball. The free throw, good. And Kentucky, with 5 points from the guards, has come on top by 1 the second half. 44-43. This is the first Kentucky lead since they led 6-4. Only their second lead of the game. Now against Nash, Barbie breaks out, gives to Luke in the pivot in the 3-second zone on Burchett. He shoots no good. Short. Feldhaus for the rebound. He is ganged by 3 Gators and fouled. Barbie draws the personal, his 3rd foul. And that's the 3rd foul against the Gators this half. Florida committing 3 fouls in 1 minute 54 seconds. The shooter will be Feldhaus of Kentucky, who Feldhaus can give Kentucky a second 2-point lead of the game. They led very early, 2 points. Feldhaus has the ball, pounds it into the floor twice, shoots, good. Feldhaus with his 4th point puts Kentucky ahead 45-43. Up in the front court now. Buddy Bales of Florida, down the right side to Barbie, breaks out to the free throw line. Nash is switched off on Luke, gets it between his legs. pulls up at the free throw line and shoots. No good, short. Nash drops the rebound outside, picked up by Florida. As Stokes takes a 10-foot jumper, good. Stokes breaks a tremendously long Florida drought. Florida got a field goal at 3:10 of the half, and Florida came over 5 minutes without a field goal. The game is tied 45-all as Percival from 20 feet got it again. Larry Percival has just hit his 11th field goal. Kentucky goes ahead by 2 points for the third time. 47-45. Up in the front court now, Bales of Florida. Gives over to Stokes against Feldhaus, 25 feet straight away. Stokes lobs one down to the middle to Luke, who gets away from Burchett, wide open to lay it in. That's Luke's first point of the second half. It's 47-47. Moving up the back court, Scotty Basler for Kentucky. Down the right side to Nash. He moves to the corner on Barbee, picks up Luke and shoots, no good. On the rebound, Florida, as Barbee picks it off. The Gators trying to go ahead now at 47-all. Buddy Bales moving into the front court. Picked up by Larry Percival. Gives a bounce pass to Barbee. He moves to the left side, and from 20 feet, the shot is short. On the rebound, Luke of Florida moves in for a hook that's no good. Nash for the rebound for Kentucky. Fires it to midcourt to Basler. Over to Burchett. A high pass, and Burchett misses the shot, but a foul is called. The foul goes against Taylor Stokes of Florida. And that is the third foul on Stokes, they say. And he's coming out of the lineup. No, now they signal that's 4 fouls. That is 4 fouls on Stokes as he leaves the lineup. He is being replaced by Lou Merchant. And Florida wants a timeout. The second timeout in the game for each team. Going to the free throw line. Burchett is scoreless this half. Has missed his last 2 free throw attempts. Burchett will get 2 shots as he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance to break the tie. Burchett has the ball and is in on the line. The first free throw, good. Burchett is the 4th Wildcat to score this second half in 2:25 of play. Got it again. As Burchett hits both free throws, Kentucky leads 49-47. Never by more than 2. Lou Merchant operating at guard now for Florida against Scotty Basler. Breaks in to the top of the slot, the jump shot short. Feldhaus knocks it out of bounds. It goes to Florida just to the left of the basket over the baseline. 16:20 in the half. As Bales out of bounds to call his play. Looks and gets in to Morrison, who misses the shot. Feldhaus slaps it out of bounds again. Florida will put it in at the right corner of offensive court now. Bales gets away, and this time Barbee will put it in action. Barbee over the baseline. Bounce pass to Merchant. The jump shot on Basler. No good. Feldhaus with a beautiful rebound. Goes high in the air. Double dribbles with it, though. Feldhaus double dribbling with the ball. Gives it back to Florida. The horse having trouble holding on. Tried to slap it to Basler, but too late to be called for a walking infraction. The Gators attack now. Merchant gives. Down the right side, it's to Bales. In there breaking. Luke, who drops the ball, and Basler's got it for Kentucky. The Wildcats run. 3-3. Basler gets to the left lane and stops outside. Down to the left corner to Feldhaus. Up the side to Burchett, who lets her go from 20 feet, no good, short. Nash is fouled as he tries to lay in a shot for the rebound. It's against Florida's Carlos Morrison. That's his second foul. That's the 5th foul of the half against Florida. 5 against the Gators as Nash goes to the Kentucky line, maybe for 2. Nash has had 1 free throw opportunity in this game and missed it. He gets 2. Nash, if he gets them both, will reach double figures. He's been held to 8 points. Nash, first shot, good. A shot that rattled around inside the rim. And now Taylor Stokes reports in for Florida at 15:23. Coming out of the ball game is Barbee. Kentucky is ahead for the first time by 3 points. And Nash is on the line trying for his 10th point of the game. Percival, the big man for Kentucky, has 22. Nash looking in. Here's the shot. It's good after 3 bounces on the rim as Nash gets his points, but just barely. The score is 51-47. Kentucky's longest lead of the game. Up in the front court now. Moving to the right, Bales gives off to Morrison on the free throw line. He's stopped by Percival. Hooks it back outside to Bales against Nash. To Luke, and a hook at the base. Blocked by Burchett, who takes it for Kentucky. Over to Feldhaus. Up to Basler. In front court, Scotty pulls up 25 feet away and shoots to Nash. Nash breaks for the basket. Is foul. No foul. As it's taken off by Florida. The rebound pulled in by Morrison. Up to Merchant in front court. Basler pulls him up at the top of the slot. It's over to Bales, under the basket. Slapped down by Nash as Burchett finally gets it over on the side to Scotty Basler. His arms pinned down for a moment. Here's Feldhaus, left side, baseline, shot good. As Feldhaus connects with his first field goal of the second half, Kentucky comes on top by 6 for the first time in the game. It's 53-47. 14 and a half minutes to go as Bales drives down the left side. Burchett covers up on him. Into the pivot to Luke, who's got Percival against him. The shot's no good. Tapped up, no good by Morrison. His shot's no good. Nash gets it off for Kentucky. Up to Larry Percival, who runs it down in front court. Florida had 3 men quickly back to shut off a 2-3 fast break. Over to Scotty Basler as Roy Roberts comes up and takes off the warm-up jacket and reports to the scores table for Kentucky. Basler down the left to Percival. From 20 feet, the shot no good. A beautiful rebound by Stokes of Florida, who goes way high in the air to get it. Up to Bales. In front court to Merchant on the right against Percival from 20 feet. He missed it. On the rebound, it's taken out by Stokes and hooked deep to Bales. Over to Merchant. Down the right side to Morrison from 20 feet. Good. Morrison gets his 15th point of the game. The net knocked off the rim of the Florida basket at 13:45. And coming into the ball game, Roy Roberts replaces Cotton Nash. Nash checks out for the first time tonight. Basler passes into Percival. Jim Stubblefield, the trainer for Kentucky, moves up to check on Cotton Nash's ankle. Scotty Basler up in the front court. Kentucky leading 53-49. Gives over to Burchett. Takes it back. Set shot. Good by Scotty Basler. A real net ripper as Basler gets his first field goal of the second half. Kentucky leads 55-49. Their second 6-point advantage. In front court, Bales down the left side to Stokes, drives to the corner, picks up Percival, hooks to Luke on Burchett. The shot batted down beautifully by Basler, who hooks it in on a blind save to Larry Percival. Tremendous defense by Basler. Down the left to Roberts, to Basler from 20 feet. He missed it. Roberts hooks in the rebound, moves out, gives Basler, jump shot 10 feet, good. Scotty Basler picking up his 5th point of the half. Kentucky goes ahead 57-49. This is the longest lead of the game for the Wildcats. They were down by as much as 10 in the first half. A foul on Basler as he tries to steal from Merchant. Basler's second foul of the game. That is the second foul of the half against Kentucky. The clock is stopped with 12 minutes and 54 seconds remaining to play. Kentucky is ahead by 57-49. Florida had 42 points with 3 minutes 10 seconds in the half, and they have scored only 7 points since then. Merchant's free throw in and out. Burchett gets the rebound as Merchant misses for the first free throw of the game for him. Here's Roberts, left corner. Kentucky shoots short. Burchett, a beautiful tap. A fingertip tap by Burchett just over the rim of the Kentucky basket, and the Cats lead 59-49. So each team has had a 10-point lead now. Jump shot by Stokes of Florida, no good. Picked up by the Gators, Stokes, and he takes another jumper, no good. On the rebound, Burchett outstretches Luke to get it for Kentucky. Over to Scotty Basler, moving up the backcourt. Basler crosses the 10-second line, whips to the left side, Roberts, out to Larry Percival, moving to the right side. He hits Basler, gets it back. Here's Percival down the middle, hooks it up and in. A beautiful drive by Percival, who had to control his movement to keep away from Cliff Luke. And it's timeout, Florida. The second timeout for the Gators. This half of play. Their third for the ball game. Larry Percival, the big man for Kentucky, has scored 24 points. Basler has picked up 23. And at the timeout for Kentucky, Cotton Nash reports back. Roy Roberts and Feldhaus will play the forwards. Nash is in the pivot. And the guards remain the same, Percival and Basler. As resting at the moment, Burchett for the first time in the game. Lou Merchant of Florida moving into front court, down by 12. Gives a driving shot to Bales, wide open as he got away from Percival. Bales lays in his first point of the second half. It is 61-51 as the Gators go back to the scoring column quickly after a timeout. Basler in front court to Percival. Outside Basler, back to Percival. The Florida Gators have gone man-to-man now. Here's Basler at the free throw line, back to Percival. Feldhaus left side, takes a jump shot, good. Alan Feldhaus with his 5th point of the half. And Kentucky now leads 63-51. The second time the Cats have been ahead by 12. It's to Luke on the Florida pivot. He turns to face Feldhaus. Breaks to the left and shoots, no good. A foul has been called. Feldhaus of Kentucky, his first foul of the game. That's the third this half against the Wildcats at 11:31. Cliff Luke of Florida will take 2 shots. Luke has hit 2, missed 4. The first shot's good. That gives him 13 points, and he's back to the line for the second shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. No good. With a rebound, Basler of Kentucky. comes rolling out and into front court. Hits a beautiful pass to Feldhaus, who got it driving. A tremendous pass by Basler, who sets Feldhaus up for his third field goal, and Kentucky leads 65-52, the longest lead of the game for either team. Back block doesn't go for Florida, as Barbee does not get the pass from Bales, and Kentucky takes over in backcourt. 11 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Kentucky leading 65-52. In front court, Nash gets it on the right side from Basler. Throws across to Feldhaus, out to Basler. Down the left side to Percival. Percival moving up against Lou Merchant to set it up again. Gives to Basler, points left side, moves in that direction, holds his position deep. Percival moves out, and Basler with a set shot, no good, to the right side. Picked up beautifully by Roy Roberts, who brings to the left side, gives, and takes it back from Percival. The shot by Roberts is short. Luke rebounds for Florida. Roberts batted away, but hit him across the arms. Roy Roberts drawing his second foul of the game. That's 4 fouls against the Wildcats this half. 5 fouls against Florida this half, and Luke is on the line for 1. Luke of Florida has hit 3, missed 5. 10 minutes, 40 seconds to play, and Luke's free throw good. Reduces the Kentucky lead to 65-53. The Cats' 13-point lead that just fell by 1 is their longest of the game. Larry Percival in front court to Nash on the left. Down to the floor, a fight for the ball, and Florida's got it as Morrison comes up with it. Breaking into front court for Florida, he holds up as Bales just now gets into front court. Bales moving to the left against Basler. Fakes to drive and turns to come out. Looks at Luke on the pivot. Gives outside to Merchant. Merchant against Larry Percival, trying to get the pick. Can't find it. From 20 feet, the jumper's good. Lou Merchant's first point of the second half. And Florida, with 3 straight points, has moved to within 10 points with 10 minutes to go. The score is 65-55. Kentucky up in the front court. Left side shot, good by Alan Feldhaus. Alan Feldhaus, who has been a tremendous player this half with 9 points as a substitute for Kentucky. 67-55 for the Cats. Here's Luke from 20 feet on Feldhaus. Shoots short. The ball tapped high in the air and taken by Cotton Nash of Kentucky. Throws it up over the shoulder of Feldhaus, and it goes out of bounds. Gators take over. High pass down on the left side of the baseline to Luke. Breaks out and hooks. No good. Feldhaus picks up the rebound for Kentucky. Shoots a bounce pass out to Percival. Up in the front court, moving down the left side for Kentucky. He fakes to go to the corner. Bounce pass to Roberts on the baseline. He shoots it out to Feldhaus, 15 feet straight away. Over to Percival to the left side. Percival goes to the baseline, gets out to Roberts. Roberts with a 20-foot one-hander that's no good. Cotton Nash tries to tap. Ball batted down and picked up by Florida. Merchant throws in a high one that Bales can't handle, and he drives up into the crowd. 9 minutes remaining as they stop the clock to let Bales get back from the crowd. Kentucky 67, Florida 55, and 9 minutes to go here at Gainesville. Kentucky's been down as much as 9 points. Florida's been down as much as 13. In front court, Larry Percival, as Florida has Taylor Stokes waiting to get into the game. Roy Roberts on the left side, outside to Basler. Down the right to Feldhaus. To Percival in the right corner. He shoots short. Feldhaus tapped it in. From the outside, Feldhaus has just tapped in his 11th point of the half. Kentucky now leads 69-55. This is their longest lead of the game. Bales in front court for Florida. Passes outside to Barbee. Down the middle to Luke in the pivot against Feldhaus, and a hook that's good. Cliff Luke gets his second field goal of the half. 8:23 to go. Kentucky leads 69-57. Moving up the backcourt, Scotty Basler over the line. Feeds on the left to Roberts, bringing it out front. He gives to Larry Percival. Moving in, Percival feeds back to Roberts. Back outside to Percival. Looks to Nash in the pivot. Gives back to Roberts in the left corner. Out to Percival. Moving to the right side against a man-to-man now. Down the right side to Feldhaus. Moving out, he hits Larry Percival. Back to Feldhaus to Nash in the right corner to Feldhaus driving. He missed it as it bounces off the rim to Luke. It's batted down by Roberts and out of bounds. They give it to Florida. And into the ball game comes Taylor Stokes. Coming out is Morrison of the Gators. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to play here at Gainesville. It is 69-57 Kentucky. The Florida Gators have possession of the ball now before a capacity crowd here at Florida Gym. In front court is Lou Merchant, the Gator captain. Breaks to the left side from 20 feet. The jump shot's no good. On the rebound, Kentucky has it. Fighting for the rebound. It's picked up by Roy Roberts. Over to Larry Percival. Up into front court for the Cats. He takes it to the right corner, goes down the baseline, and lays it up. No good. Tapped up by Percival. No good. A fight for the ball and a jump. The jump is on the Kentucky free throw line. 7:29 to go. Morrison waiting and now waved back into the Florida lineup. Checking out is Barbee. Luke is 6'8". Moves in to jump against Roberts with 4 inches height advantage at the Kentucky free throw line. Kentucky has been ahead by as much as 14 points and now a timeout. This one has been called by Kentucky. It is the third timeout of the game called by each team. And Florida cuts the Kentucky lead to 10 points. 69-59. Larry Percival moving over the center stripe for the Kentucky Wildcats. Gives down to Feldhaus. Outside to Basler, over to Nash. Percival in the right corner. Shoots and hits. Good. A picking foul has been called. The goal. We do not know yet who the foul is on. Apparently it is against Roy Roberts. Roberts has tagged with his third foul, and Florida gets the ball. The goal does not count. Merchant in front court has it stolen by Basler as he tried to work the back block. Basler in front court for the Cats. Double team, pulls up and fires to Percival. Over to Feldhaus. 20-foot jump shot, no good. Luke rebounds for Florida. Up the way it goes to Morrison, breaking in front court on the fast break to the left side. He gives to Stokes in the corner against Percival. 6:40 left, Kentucky by 10. Here's Morrison on the left to Stokes. Drives to the corner. Jump shot, no good. Under the rim, Morrison rebounds. Got it! A sensational shot by Carlos Morrison. In behind the backboard on the baseline, and Burchett comes off the Kentucky bench as Florida has come now within 8 points. 69-61, reducing Kentucky's 14-point lead. Nash from 25 feet misses. Feldhaus misses a rebound. Basler with a rebound. He missed it, and the ball is on the floor and out of bounds. It goes to Kentucky as the clock is stopped to let Carol Burchett come into the lineup, replacing Roy Roberts for Kentucky. 6 minutes, 7 seconds remain. Kentucky 69, Florida 61, as the Gators find renewed life and drive back on the Wildcats. Florida down by 14 has come charging back to within 8 right now. Larry Percival to the left of the Kentucky basket over the baseline to put it in play. Sets him up in the 3-second zone. Calls. The pass is deep to Basler at the top of the slot. To Feldhaus to Burchett. A 10-foot hook is no good. Florida's got the ball. Stokes takes it off. Basler steals the ball in backcourt for Kentucky. In there against Bales. No foul as Bales tries to fake the foul, hitting the floor. Over to Feldhaus to Basler. Basler to the left side. Larry Percival moves down the baseline. Hands to Cotton Nash right out in front of the basket, and he misses it. Luke takes it off for Florida. A baseball pass goes over to Stokes up in the front court in the left corner. The jump shot's no good. On the rebound, it's picked up by Larry Percival of Kentucky. 5:35 to go. And Percival walks up the backcourt to slow the pace down. Percival comes over the dividing line to Basler on the left side to Feldhaus. Holds up as Bales tried to slip through to steal. Now it's out to Percival over to Feldhaus from 20 feet to the left. The shot's no good. On the rebound, it's taken off by Florida. Taylor Stokes over to Buddy Bales. High pass to Luke in front court. He's got it batted down, picks it up and lays it in. Cliff Luke, the big 6'8" Florida center, going under the basket to pick up the points now. And with 5 minutes to go, Florida trails by just 6 points, 69-63. And Florida coach Noam Sloan up to the scores table, yelling instructions as Nash breaks and misses with a foul on the play. Cliff Luke of Florida has just drawn his third foul. The scores table indicating several numbers across the way, one of which is a number 6. Cotton Nash is on the Kentucky free throw line with 2 shots coming. Nash has hit 2 out of 3 at the free throw line, and 2 real big ones coming now with 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Kentucky has just a 6-point lead left, 69-63. Here's Nash ready for the first shot as he looks in. Sight, and the shot, good. As Nash finally breaks a second-half scoring drought for the Wildcats to lift them on top 70-63. 4:53 to play here at Gainesville. Nash back on the line. A second shot coming as he was fouled in the act of shooting. It's up and good. Nash, getting his 4th point of this half, has not picked up a field goal this second half. It's 71-63 Kentucky. In front court, Bales of Florida gives to Merchant, breaking to the left side. He gets a jump shot away that's no good. The rebound taken off by Luke of Florida. Burchett blocks the shot. Stokes knocks it out to Merchant. Over to Taylor Stokes in the left corner. Jump shot short. On the rebound, a fight for the ball. Morrison of Florida's got it and hooks it up. No good. Luke taps it up. No good. He jumps. No good. A foul. Alan Feldhaus. draws his second foul. By our records, that's 6 fouls on Kentucky this half. The clock shows 4 minutes and 28 seconds remain. And here at 4:28, the Wildcats lead by 8, 71-63. Florida, however, is charging back at the Cats. Luke is on the line for 2 shots. The first one is good. Luke has a bonus. Florida down by 7 as Luke on the line, a one-hand shooter, lays it up good. So Cliff Luke gets both free throws. The score is 71-65 Kentucky. Scotty Basler moving up the backcourt, met by Lou Merchant as he drives into front court. Feeds Burchett on the left side. Burchett holds it up outside. Lobs it out to Larry Percival. Back to Burchett, back to Percival on the left side. Outside Feldhaus. Down into the right corner, Scotty Basler gets it. Basler moves it up the side. Brings it out front. Drives back to the right. Pulls up from 20 feet. Missed it. Luke taps it outside to Taylor Spokes. Here he goes, 2-on-1. Outside he pulls up from 15 feet. Missed it. On the rebound, Percival's got it for Kentucky. Percival fights his way clear at 3:52 against Buddy Bales. Larry Percival, 1-1, moves up over the dividing line. A foul is called. Blocking by Bales of Florida. That's the 3rd foul on Bales. That's 7 against the Gators this half, and the bonus is in effect for the first time against Florida. Larry Percival will be the Kentucky free throw shooter. Percival has not been on the free throw line tonight. He has 12 field goals. 3 minutes and 47 seconds remain. So now Larry Percival on the Kentucky line. 1+ in this critical situation. Percival looks in and shoots. Good. Larry Percival's 9th point of the half, 25th point of the game. And this will be Kentucky's first bonus shot of the night. Both clubs are in the bonus now. Percival has the ball, sets, shoots, good. So Larry Percival picking up 2 free throws has shoved Kentucky ahead 73-65. Lou Merchant of Florida at 3:41 is in front court. Drives to the right side. Basler hangs right with him. Shuts off a shot as it goes to Luke. He faces Burchett. Jump shot. No good. Rebounding Larry Percival of Kentucky. Percival slows it down in backcourt. All the Wildcats clear out of there to leave him 1-1 against Bales. He moves over the center line against the Gator guard. Almost lost it as it hit his knee. He gets it over to Basler to Nash on the free throw line. He fakes, breaks in, takes a jump shot, and walks with it. And the ball goes over to Florida. Adolph Rupp up storming off the bench at Nash. Not to do that. 3:12 to go now as the Gators get another chance. Lou Merchant in front court. Gets it over on the left side to Stokes. Stokes outside to Bales against Larry Percival, 1-1. It goes down the middle, and it's slapped down beautifully by Carroll Burchett and picked up by Kentucky's Larry Percival. Up to Alan Feldhaus, who moves it into front court to the free throw line, pulls up and shoots. Good! And a foul against Florida. Alan Feldhaus gets the field goal, and the foul is on Florida. They do not make the Gator raise his hand. We believe now the hand comes up from Buddy Bales. That's his 4th foul. Alan Feldhaus gets the field goal, which is his 6th of this second half. Feldhaus gets 1 only at the free throw line. It's up and short. Florida's got the rebound as it's pulled in by Stokes. High one over the head of Basler up to Morrison. 75-65 Kentucky, 2:45 to go here at Gainesville. Merchant in front court for Florida from 20 feet with a jumper that is short. On the rebound, the foul is called. A pushing foul by Carlos Morrison. George Conley moving by, makes him raise the hand. And Morrison indicates that's him, his 3rd foul. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain here in Florida. With the Kentucky Wildcats leading by 10 points, Cotton Nash goes to the free throw line. 75-65. Kentucky has been ahead by as much as 14 this half. Florida ahead by as much as 10 points the first half, led 43-39 at halftime. Here's Cotton Nash on the line for Kentucky. 1+. He got it. And Kentucky moves back ahead by 11. Florida making a charge at the Wildcats, got within 6 points. Nash with a bonus try. Has not scored a field goal this second half. Cotton Nash bonus shot good. He dropped both of those dead center. And the Cats lead 77-65. The clock is ticking the seconds away. as Buddy Bales moves in front court for Florida. Feeds it quickly to Morrison. Top of the slot jump shot deflected by Nash. Taken by Allen Feldhaus. He has to fight to hold on. Double teamed. He gets it over to Larry Percival. Percival against Bales. 1-1 in back court. Walks with the ball. They call him for palming it. Florida gets it at midcourt. Bales passes into Stokes. Basler shoots through to Steele. Misses. Merchant moves into the free throw line. Hooks it back outside. Hooked on the baseline. Morrison's got it. Hooked up. The shot's no good. Morrison taps no good. Feldhaus clears for Kentucky. 2 minutes left as Feldhaus comes out with a 12-point Kentucky lead. Florida's going to make a substitution as Barbee waits to get in. Percival in front court to Nash down the right side, who brings it back out front. Nash holding it out just at the moment, deep to the right side. 1:48 to go. Nash out against Stokes. Moving to the right, gives to Scotty Basler. Down the right side to Percival. Kentucky trying to win this 7th straight Southeastern Conference game, going to a stall now as Nash holds it out. 1.5 minutes to play. Kentucky is ahead 77-65. Nash double teamed, whips it over to Allen Feldhaus deep at midcourt. Feldhaus comes to the right side. What a game this guy's turned in tonight. Over to Scotty Basler. What a game he's pitched in with tonight. Over to Larry Percival, and man, has he sparkled tonight. Find one that hasn't. Down the right side to Larry Percival, who moves out, hooks it, but it's too late. They fouled him. Basler knocked to the floor by Bales of Florida, who draws his 5th personal on our chart, and he's out of the ball game. Basler hits the free throw. That's his 6th point of the half, 14th of the game, and he'll take a bonus. Basler's bonus, good. And as Scotty gets both of them, the Cats lead 79-65, equaling their longest previous lead. Cody up in the front court for Florida. At the top of the slot, deals off to Merchant. Breaks to the left side, picked up by Burchett. Basler is in against the 6'8 center. They get it to him, and Basler fouls. Luke very, very disgusted with himself as he blew the shot, slugged the ball with 56 seconds to go. Basler's 3rd foul. Kentucky making a switch then that left Basler 8 1/4 inches shorter than Luke, who's on the line for 2 shots. Luke has hit his last 3 free throws. First shot's no good. He missed everything that time. That's 6 that he's missed. Luke with his 2nd shot misses again. Tapped up by Morrison and knocked out of bounds to Kentucky. The clock moving at 51 seconds. Percival to Basler, 79-65 Kentucky. Scotty Basler over the line, wearing the number that shows the Kentucky lead of 14. Breaks to the right, leaves Merchant, kicks on the left side to Burchett, who walks with it out of bounds, Florida. 36 seconds remaining. Lou Merchant up into front court. Breaks to the left side. Basler steals, and a foul is called. Basler drawing his 4th foul of the game. And if they beat Florida tonight, as Merchant's free throw is good, he'll get 1 bonus. This is the first bonus for Florida. No, it's their 2nd bonus. Kentucky is at the midpoint of the SEC race tonight. 7 down and 7 to go. 5 of the remaining 7 at Lexington, though, starting a week from Monday. Bonus good by Merchant, 79-67 Kentucky. Scotty Basler in front court with 25 seconds left. Spinning it around, dribbling the ball against 2 men. Finally flips it over to Larry Percival. Percival to the left. Gives it to Nash in the pivot. A whistle and a foul against Barbee. Pushing Nash. That's his 4th foul. Cotton Nash on the Kentucky free throw line. Held to no field goals this 2nd half for the Gators. Nash takes it. Good. He'll get the bonus. Nash still has 15 points here tonight. As a bonus coming, Cody moving into his left, holding his hands up in the air, but Nash drops it in anyway. The Cats lead 81-67, their 3rd 14-point lead. The Gators attack, seconds going, 13-12. Up in the front court, Cody lobs to Luke on the pivot, breaks, hooks it off to the right. Barbee at 7 seconds, misses. He got it, rolled around, came back in. That's Barbee's 1st point of the 2nd half. 2 seconds to go. The game is over without a Kentucky shot. 81-69, the final. Kentucky winning another one tonight, and a big one it was. 81-69 as the Wildcats whip Florida after falling behind by 10 points. A very stout exhibition for the Wildcats here in Gainesville tonight.